I did say I wasn't going to pump anymore, but I also told my husband I wasn't going to buy any more junk food, and I did. I guess what we're learning is I cannot be trusted. I very most likely have surgery tomorrow, and baby girl does not take formula. So I'm trying to pump and prep. I don't know how long I'm going to be in surgery for, and I don't know if I really need to do this, but I feel like it's better to be prepared than underprepared and have baby girl just screaming constantly with my husband. We do have formula on hand, but as I said, she just doesn't take it, and I feel like there's no point forcing something to happen when I can hopefully do a pumping session. My supply is definitely a lot different to last time. Last time I could pump and I would get like 150 mils in about 5 minutes, whereas this time I'm not too sure what I'm going to be able to get, so I'll show you what I do get for a collection. The purpose of my surgery tomorrow that I'm 99% sure I'm going to have is I had an emergency cesarean 7 weeks ago when I had baby girl, and I have been bleeding constantly since then, which is completely normal for after birth, but the last week or so I've had bright red blood, so not like the dark blood that's like slowly easing off and then turning to the brown old blood. It's bright red, which is like indicating something fresh is happening. I went to my obstetrician, she did like a little bit of an ultrasound, and she's like, there looks like there's like a little bit of something that could potentially have been left behind. Then she sent me for an urgent ultrasound, which I had. Basically, they said it looks like there is something left behind as well. It could be a parts of the placenta, or it could be blood clots that just haven't been able to get out. Now I'm just waiting for my obstetrician to phone me, because she did say that she would get me in on Wednesday for the surgery. So it's just a waiting game now. We're going to go to the library because I need to borrow some more books for my son. We meant to do it yesterday and completely forgot. So we're going to do that today, and then I need to go to the chemist to get a few things as well as Coles. So let's go. I've been pumping for 12 minutes, which in my previous breastfeeding journey would have been quite a long time. But like I said, I haven't really been pumping this time around, so I don't really know what to expect. That is what I've gotten from 12 minutes, which is still pretty decent. Definitely a lot less than what I had last time, but I did feed baby girl on this side and pumped on this side because I just noticed like it was taking a while for my body to actually have a letdown. So she helped get the letdown. I do regret not making a freezer stash at the start when I was considering pumping for times like this, because in my mind I was like, oh, I don't want to be, pumping anymore. I can't see a reason why I would need it. The reason came up. Surgery. Surgery is the reason I needed it. I also want to show you baby girl's cute outfit of the day. Oh, that was her, I swear. Good job. Oh my gosh, and again. Wait, see it. It's a little Sprout one. We got it from the Maya discount sale. They had like sales. I never pay full price from Maya because they're quite expensive otherwise. But yeah, that's what she's going to wear. Adorable. I have her rocking and she's not crying, which is amazing. Now I'm going to have to clean this because she spat up. A bit of an update for you guys as well, because I feel like I haven't updated you on YouTube, but I've updated everyone on TikTok. Baby girl is severely colicky, they call her. Severely colicky. She's got colic. Basically, she screams every wake window. I have tried gripe water, Infocol, we've tried probiotics. Nothing seems to kind of ease her discomfort and pain, which is so hard to see. So I did take her back to the pediatrician. We had a pediatrician appointment at 6 weeks, and even then they're like, yeah, she's a bit colicky. But then after the pediatrician appointment yesterday, he's like, she's got severe colic, and basically he was explaining like colic is just kind of like a broad term for when they don't know exactly why a baby's uncomfortable. And they will eventually grow out of it, but he did eliminate if it was like an intolerance, because her poo is completely normal. Apparently, an intolerance is like a common thing, like a milk or dairy intolerance. She doesn't have that because her poo is completely normal. There's no rashes. Every part of her body looks normal. Just gonna go get the cover for this. So in a way, I guess that's kind of good news, where I don't have to then remove something from my diet. It's annoying that we don't have a clear answer of what it is that's the underlying cause of her colic. So he said just to keep up with the probiotics. As I said, I hadn't really noticed much of a difference. He was just saying like the Infocol and all of that, he's like, there's no real research behind them. They're things you can do if you want. But he was saying like, my recommendation is to stick with the probiotics because there's a little bit of evidence that it can potentially help. So basically we're just in a waiting game to see what is going to make her feel happier and less in pain, because sometimes her screaming, it is like, it's so heartbreaking. It is like, it's legit if you and I were in so much excruciating pain and she just doesn't stop, and I'm like, I need to know she's okay. So that's why I booked the pediatrician appointment. It was more for, I guess, my own well-being and knowing that she's okay and I was doing everything right. But yeah, so we're trying the probiotics. I've also tried this new product. I'll show you. This is another thing that I've been trying. It's from the Breastfeeding Tea Co, their colic tea. To be fair, this is probably the only thing that I've noticed a slight difference and change in baby girl. Like maybe, I think the second day of trying this, it's not massive, but it's enough. Like one of her wake windows is a little less intense in the crying. So I was taking this 2 times a day. I've now upped it to 3 times a day, and hopefully that's going to do something. At the end of the day, it might just be a placebo effect for myself. Like I'm getting a little bit more relaxed knowing I'm doing something, and baby girl is like vibing off of that. See how much milk we got from this pump. I actually think it's a bit more than I thought originally, which is good. 100 mils. So my goal is maybe 250 mils if I can. Like future me is going to hate on me because I'm bringing this in the car with no lid. So that's one thing I need to buy for myself, probably from Kmart, just like a cake cup. I do actually have one, but my husband uses it for work, so that's fun. Depending on baby girl, I do have a few returns that I need to make. So I need to go to Kmart and Bunnings. This is a normal amount of crying from her in the car, so I'm not too stressed. But it'll really depend on how she goes at the first shops when we go to the chemist. If she just screams the whole time, and then at the library, it's a no-go for the rest of the day. But yeah, I just need to return. I bought some cutlery trays because our cutlery tray in our drawer has like a little crack in it, and I sliced myself in it, but none of them fit. And yeah, so that's fun. Bunnings and Kmart let me down. But let's go. Let's just try and get her calm. I just realized I didn't give you guys a tea update. Didn't spill any of it. I need to learn to write down a list of what I need before I go to places, because I went to that shopping center specifically because it had Chemist Warehouse, Coles and Aldi. And as soon as I got into the center, I completely went mind blank. So I had to walk down the aisles of Chemist Warehouse to remember what I needed. What I needed was actually really important. So baby girl is very congested at the moment, and I needed to get her more saline. Also, pro tip, get this one here because it sprays at literally every angle. I feel like the Fez baby or whatever it is the popular one, but they just only spray when you're spraying it up, and then obviously when you're spraying a baby you need to have it like that. And I've wasted so much of those saline solutions because I've had to then spray it to get it to work. But this, real good. And then I got some Mustela no rinse cleansing water. I got a few other things from Aldi, but I'll show you that when I get home. Now at the library, so I'm gonna get baby girl out. I'm gonna hope she goes in the stroller in the bassinet and has a little bit of a nap, because she did nap for like 5 minutes in the car just then. So obviously she's needing her sleep, but I'm gonna bring the carrier with me because famous last words, she'll just start screaming. So wish me luck. I didn't bring the carrier. She seems quite content in the bassinet, and hopefully I don't regret this. Midday nap. This is the one she usually just like absolutely flat out refuses, and then it spirals into a really bad afternoon because she's like refused that nap. But she did get down with a lot of help. I had to pat her, rock the bassinet, then I thought I got her down, but then she woke up, so then I had to pick her up, rock her, sing to her, and it was like a whole huge thing. But she's down. I'm hoping she goes down for maybe an hour, but we shall see. I'm just going to show you what I got from Aldi, you know, the centre aisle. It's so dangerous me going in there. But I saw some things that I actually had in my Amazon cart a couple of months ago for my son, and then I never bought them, and I've always regretted it, but Aldi had them. So we've got the slime bath in the green version, and then we have the jelly bath in the blue. So I feel like he's going to really love that. I don't know if we're going to use it in the bathtub or maybe like the shell pool out in the backyard. And then I saw this, which was really cool, but it's a sound puzzle. So I'm assuming every time you put the puzzle pieces in the correct area, that animal makes a sound, which is really good because he's a little bit, I wouldn't say he's behind, but he just hasn't gotten all of his sounds yet. So it'll be good to be like, what does the rooster say, or what does the cow say, or the pig, and all that. And my plan now is to go outside and play with the dog for a bit, and then I'm going to put something on him. Maybe I should do the slow cooker first, actually. I'm going to do the slow cooker first, and then I'm going to play with the dog. I told myself I was never going to be that second time around that didn't make sounds around my child, but baby girl is proving she needs the silence. Literally, even talking like that has made her like start waking up. It is ridiculous. I'm going to make this slow cooker now because I feel like if I don't do it now, I'm not going to be able to. Update on the surgery. I had my obstetrician ring me earlier, and she wants to wait another week to see if whatever it is can pass by itself. She's still not 100% sure if it's anything left behind from the cesarean. Basically, the ultrasound came back a little bit inconclusive. It said it could be like a possibility of that, but it also could just be a buildup of blood. Because I have a tilted uterus as well, she was saying that it's potential that it's just struggling to empty all of the blood out. I don't know, I'm not a professional, so I just kind of like went with it. So she said if I'm still bleeding by next week, we'll be doing the surgery next Wednesday. And I'm low-key kind of glad we're not doing surgery this week. I don't know, obviously I don't want any complications post-cesarean, and I just feel like if we were having that surgery, it means there was complications. So hearing that she's not too concerned yet is a massive positive for me. And yeah, I just have to keep an eye on the bleeding, make sure it hopefully stops. I have noticed a little bit of a decrease today, still bleeding, but nowhere near as much as normal. So fingers crossed that goes away. My plan was for her to have a nap, and then I was going to do a toy rotation for my son. We are deciding on doing a contact nap right now, which I'm all for because dinner's cooking, clothes have been hung up. It was literally just like an extra thing I was going to do today. And I haven't had a nice contact nap without her like clawing at me in a while. She's actually been pretty good today. She's been quite settled. Hoping it's the tea because I actually haven't given her probiotics for a couple of days now. But I'm just going to finish this nap with Bubba Girl. Hopefully we'll go to the couch and then I can watch some Netflix. I think I'm going to have to skip lunch today because it's about 2:30, and then I need to walk and pick up my son from daycare. And it's going to be the chaos that happens when he comes home. I'm going to enjoy this contact nap while it's here. Oh, good girl. Bit of a burp. And I'll see you guys next time.